Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Joel, better known to y'all as the Big D. So now I'm going to bring to you another review in the Friday the 13th franchise. These last three are going to be in solo videos, for realsies. Anyway, this time I bring to you a review of, well, probably one of the least favorites of everyone's, but I'm sure some people, I believe Heartbreaker is a fan of this one, Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday from 1993. The film was directed by Adam Marcus and produced by Sean Cunningham, the man who directed the original Friday the 13th. Now, however, this would be the first film to be released by New Line Cinema, the same studio that gave us Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, let me see now. Which, they gave them the rights to it after the big disappointment of Jason Takes Manhattan 4 years ago. Sorry about that. Anyway, let me get off the mask. Take it off, and then get ready for the review. But before I do, now, but anyway, this film did get heavily dissed big time by critics and fans of Friday the 13th, criticizing its supernatural elements and elimination of Jason's voice as a physical character. Yeah, that's one of my downsides, but I've come to say it's good. It's good in some ways. So, in other words, I don't hate this movie. It just has its moments. And of course, the cast includes John DeLaMay, Carrie Keegan, Stephen Williams, Alison Smith, Stephen Culp, Rusty Schwimmer, Leslie Jordan, Aaron Gray, and Kane Hodder, who once again returns as the hockey mask slasher Jason Voorhees. Now, if you have not seen the movie, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to stop before I go into this review. Here we go. Okay, here we go. You've been warned. Now, 3 years after the events of Jason Takes Manhattan, a female undercover agent in Camp Crystal Lake lures Jason into a trap set by the FBI. An armed man obliterates his body. His remains are sent to a morgue, where a coroner becomes possessed by Jason, who forces the coroner to eat his heart. Jason's heart, that is. Now in the coroner's body, Jason escapes the morgue. At Camp Crystal Lake, he finds 3 partying teens and kills them. Really brutally. He attacks 2 police officers, killing one and then possessing the other. Meanwhile, bounty hunter Crayon Duke discovers only members of Jason's bloodline can truly kill him, and he will return to his normal and near invincible state if he possesses a member of his family. The only living relatives of his are his half-sister Diana Kimball, her daughter Jessica, and Stephanie, the infant daughter of Jessica and Stephen Freeman. So Jason makes his way to Diana's house, and then Stephen bursts in and attacks Jason. Diana is killed, unfortunately, but Jason escapes. So Stephen is arrested for Diana's murder and meets Duke, who reveals Jessica's relation to Jason. Determined to get to Jessica before Jason does, Stephen escapes from jail. Jessica is dating tabloid TV reporter Robert Campbell. Stephen goes to the Voorhees house to find the evidence to convince Jessica, but falls through rotten boards. Robert enters the upstairs room and receives a phone call which reveals that he is attempting to spice up his show's ratings by putting emphasis on Jason's return from death, transfers his heart, and so having stolen Diana's body from the morgue. For this reason, Jason bursts in and transfers his heart into Robert, while the body he left melts. Jason leaves with Stephen in pursuit Jason attempts to be reborn through Jessica, but is disrupted by Steven, who hits him and takes Jessica into his car. Steven stalls Jason by running him over. When he tries to explain the situation to Jessica, she disbelieves him and throws him out of the car, and Jessica goes to the police. But Jason arrives and kills most of the officers. He nearly possesses Jessica before Steven stops him. Jessica realizes that Steven is right. In the chaos, Duke makes his escape. Jessica and Steven make their way to the diner to grab the baby. And Jason arrives but is attacked by the owners of the shop. He kills the owners, but waitress Vixie shoots him with a shotgun, then impales him with an iron rod. But he then impales her on the same rod before crushing her head, killing her, which, yep, that's gotta hurt. I don't want to do it too loud, thank you very much. Jason is presumed killed, and Jessica and Steven discover a note from Duke telling them that he has the baby and demands that Jessica meet him at the Voorhees house alone. So she does, and is given a mystical dagger which she can use to permanently kill Jason. A police officer enters the diner where Robert, now possessed, transfers his heart into him. Duke falls through the floor, and Jessica is confronted by Landis and Randy. Now, Landis is killed accidentally with a dagger, and Jessica drops it. Randy, possessed, attempts to be reborn through Stephanie, but Steven arrives and severs his neck with a machete. Jason's heart, which has grown into a demonic infant, crawls out of Randy's neck to Diana's dead body in the basement. Steven and Jessica pull Duke out of the basement as Jason discovers Diana's body and slithers into her vaginal orifice, or how the heck you pronounce it, allowing him to be reborn. It's creepy, huh, folks? While Steven and Jessica attempt to retrieve the dagger, Duke distracts Jason and is incapacitated with a bear hug. Jason turns his attention to Jessica, and Steven tackles Jason, who both fight outside while Jessica retrieves the dagger. Jason badly brutalizes Steven, and when he is about to kill him, Jessica stabs Jason in the chest, releasing the souls Jason accumulated over time. Demonic hands burst out of the ground and pull Jason straight down to where he belongs. Hell. Steven and Jessica reconcile and walk off into the sunrise with their baby. Later, a dog unearths Jason's mask while digging in the dirt. But in the end, surprising cameo, the razor-clawed glove of Freddy Krueger bursts out of the dirt and pulls Jason's mask into hell whilst laughing evilly. And that's how the story goes. Now, I think most of the cast and her characters are kind of more hit or miss or what have you. Now, although I did like Erin Gray in her appearance, of course, I know her from some things like Six Pack, which of course also had Terry Kaiser from Friday Part 7, as well as she was the star of the cult classic TV series of Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, as well as the family-friendly comedy Silver Spoons. Now, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't hate this. I was rather disappointed that Jason's voice as a physical character was eliminated from this. Now, would I recommend this movie? Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Like all the other movies, I'm sure, Harry Manfredini did do the score for this. So, again, yeah, okay, sure. Give it one try, though. If you don't like it, it's fine with me. Now, there are actually two versions of this. There's a theatrical version, which is 88 minutes, and then there's a special unrated cut, which is 2 minutes more. So, apparently, the uncut version's an hour and a half. So while I've never seen the unrated cut, I finally saw the theatrical one. Sorry, I sounded like a broken record there. But anyway, I have had my thoughts about this movie, but after it aired not so long ago, a couple of months ago on IFC, I decided to finally watch the movie in its entirety. And well, it turned out to be okay. But again, wasn't thrilled with Jason being removed as a physical character. So anyway, that's going to do it for my review of Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. Did you like this movie or did you not like this movie? Please feel free to let me know in the comments section. Like and subscribe to my channel and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me again later tonight when I continue with Jason X. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying... Oh, wait a minute. Before I say see ya, I forgot to mention, if you want to catch up with what you might have missed recently, here's the link to some of my recent reviews. Now, in this corner, you can check out the Tommy Jarvis trilogy in this corner, or you can go into this corner to see my recent back-to-back review of Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, and Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, before you not before. You're watching this, you see the link. Oh, crud, I'm sorry, I'm getting all... Forgive me, everyone. Okay, I'm really going to sign off this time. This is the Big D saying until next time, see ya.